Hello to everybody who's just joined our live broadcast on Zimbo Live. Ngiyalibingelela igama Sisasenkosi. Today we are talking about the new craze, the new phenomenon, the free spirits. Kuthiwa ngama free spirits, these people are called the free spirits on social media. They come on social media, bayagida benqunu, they are naked, they come on social media, they fight, they come on social media, bekhuluma inhlambe eziyizigaqa. What kind of abantu laba bavela nga? Hey, bavela nga, basuka ngaphi, balezihlobo yini laba bantu? This is what we're talking about. Hey Bren, this is what we're talking about. The free spirits, ngabantu bani? Ngabangaphi? Kuthiwa ngabe England. Ngiyafisa ukuhlangana lo yedwa wakhona. So this is our topic for today. Welcome to Zimbo Live TV. Igama, like I said, my name is Sisasenkosi and uhlelo lethu ichikela ebandla. The language that I'm speaking is isiNdebele from KwaBulawayo, eMatabeleland, eZimbabwe. I hope that those that do not understand language yethu, you will pick one or two words, and by the end of the day, la uyabusukhuluma sakisiNdebele esincane. Right, yebo. Njengoba ngitshilo, today we are talking about free spirits. We're talking about free spirits at Facebook. Something has been happening in the past 2 or 3 weeks. For those of you who are like me, abachona ku social media. Abachona ku social media, like me and Bren. I can see you, Bren. I always meet you as in Daweni. And like I said, there's this new craze that has gripped Zimbabweans. Some people are saying Zimbabweans that are based in the UK a lot. I wouldn't know much ukuthi abanengi bangaphi because abanye bakhona. Well, for those of you that have been watching the lounge, it's where it's happening. Midnight, we are seeing girls stripping. Phakathi kobusuku, we are seeing people fight. I'm not saying it's wrong over at the lounge or it's wrong what they are doing. I'm just trying to understand ukuthi ngabantu abanjani. I mean, those of you abakhulele esintwini, in our traditions, in our cultures, it's taboo. Kulihlazo ukubona umuntu ongumfazi, a woman dancing naked. For strangers. And sometimes we ask, what happens if I meet this person on the road? What do I say to them? I know your bum, seen you on Mandla's Lounge, or I know your what, I've seen you somewhere. So talk to me, people. Make me understand what's going on. So we know them, even Africa, bakhona busy abusing Facebook. I'm reading comments. You see, that's what I like about Ndebele people. They value their body and culture. Never will you see them doing shakara on social media. I think it's bad spirit. Abantu who do not have self-respect. Very true, sister. I'm not going to say it's mainly a certain particular group of people. No, that would be wrong of me. But I will say this from the bottom of my heart. For the past maybe 2 weeks, I've been inboxing my friends, ngibuza abangani bami ukuthi lingabona video yomuntu okhuluma isiNdebele or anything like that, ngicela lingitshengise, because I want to see ukuthi is this thing from Zimbabweans or from a certain particular group of people or a certain particular tribe. It's not tribal, Tsungai. That's why I said I'm not going to even say, because I haven't yet met anybody or any of those videos by Ndebele people or by any other person. No. That is why I've been asking a lot of people to say, anybody comes across a video enjalo, elomuntu wesiNdebele or ungumuntu wesiNdebele, please let me see it. Can I see it? Okay, we'll exit isu amayishona kuthiwa amashona not amayi, ungathi amayiya then ngumama weshona. But this is what we're talking about ukuthi what do the people who do these things get? What do they hope to accomplish by doing this? What is it about? Is it attention seeking? Is it fame seeking? Bren or by Kalanga. What is it about? You know, what is it about? Seriously. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. It's not even a tribalistic kind of thing. Seriously. And if anyone out there has seen a different kind of people doing it, let's not go into, please. Thanks, present. No, it's not even tribal. Somebody stating ukuthi Umandla is Ndebele. Yes, he is. He is mixed race. Umandla, he is mixed. He's a bit of both. So yes, he is. And the stuff that happens mostly happens on Manda's page. But I'm not going to concentrate mainly on his page, because obviously that is a private page. That is a secret page. Apparently what happens there needs to stay there. But obviously it might stay there as videos, but in our minds we're out there. So at the same time, we have seen videos of women. Oh my God, the amount of words, the words that come out of their mind, their mouths, inhlamba abazikhulumayo. In Ndebele we say izgaqa zenhlamba ezingaginyekiyo. They start, they start shouting and screaming. Try kuvokumura, try kwenzwani, bekhupha ama secrets abo, they saying stuff that on any normal day you wouldn't expect somebody to say things like that phambi kwabantu. You wouldn't say them things like that phambi kwabantu vele at all. And you wonder ukuthi when they do these things, when they say these things, kuyini abakudinga? What exactly do they hope to accomplish by these things, by doing these things, by following on this? I want to understand. It might be we are watching and clapping for people when there is some kind of, maybe, people who are No. Yeah. No, you Ndebelers, you own Vusa Blacks on Enhlamba Enkulu. Of course, we have been on him like white on rice, Uvusa every day. Like, dude, mind your language, language. Only they can answer how they feel about it. Seriously. Let me try and get somebody to come on and maybe explain a bit about it. And let us know. I tell you, empowerment. I will try to call a few of them and see if they will respond. I spoke to some of them this afternoon. Maybe can you come and explain this to us? We can't answer you. And they agreed to come on the show, but then you know what people are like, maybe bangayisaba later on and think, you know what, I don't have to explain myself to anybody, or what. But Tina, as people, as the watching public, as izizalwane zaseZimbabwe, as the children of Zimbabwe, we are a bit worried, we are a bit surprised at this new trend. Where is it coming from? Where is it going? What next? I mean, we have had people who have become social media celebrities, or who've gained fame through social media and stuff like that. Anybody who wants to come on live and contribute or say their views on what they think about what they've seen, because I know a few of you, a lot of you I've met at the lounge ngale. So if you'd like to come on live, please just say add, or send in a request. I will add you and we can talk about this. Well, we won't be here for very long. Sifuna nje ukuthi sibonisane, sikhulisane, sibambisane njalo, sibambane njengabantu. We are a people. We are a broken society. From what I'm looking at, we are going from one extreme to the other, to the next, and I wonder ukuthi at what point are we going to say, right, enough is enough? This is wrong. This is not right. I know we all have different and our moral compasses that are not the same. What you find is inexcusable, some people find totally acceptable. So we're not judging. I am judging, but I am worried. You're worried, Sibyl, and it is actually, some of the things that I have personally seen are actually very much disgusting. They're disgusting. They're things that women, these are women and men who have families. Abanye ngobaba, abanye ngomas and fathers. mothers, they are parents, these are parents, these are people's friends. I mean, if I was to see a friend, somebody that I really, going on there, I tell you, I kid you not, I would be calling them non-stop to try and get them off that life. I would be taking them off that life. Hi, Sakutwa. Hello. Hello. Is he sleeping? Hi.
No, I'm not. I'm actually listening to what you're talking about. I personally, I think we is what can I say is how we can save humanity is actually when you think about yourself first, okay?
Yeah.
Then you the way we should is when we think about ourselves first, then humanity, that's how we can save humanity. Sometimes fuck, my network is super bad. Hello.
I think his network is giving him problems. He's had to go off, but I'm still waiting to see. I believe people are lonely, Amazon la. So this F good thing is giving them life as long as they don't disturb you. I see no reason why you should worry. People live once. It's not that we're saying banga quality. No, not at all. We're not saying do not enjoy yourself. We're not saying do not enjoy yourselves. Hi Manu, we are talking about the new phenomenon, the new people, abantu abatsha okuthiwa ngama-free spirits on social media. These people ababuya, begida benqunu, besilwa, bethethisana, bevukurana, bekhuluma ama-secrets of each other. These lives that go on and on for hours to a point when you are watching and thinking, to a point where you are thinking, this person's been live for so long. At some point, they are going to get ill. They must be hungry. They haven't even been to the toilet. But because they are so angry, what they just keep on going on and on and on. Social media is like a child who raised badly for a long time, but it's now too late to try and get it back to sanity. Cow. Hi, Willard Stole.
Hello, Sisi, ninjani?
Siyaphila right.
Ngiyaphila ma.
Nanti
No, I think labantu abenza njalo, well, ngabantu abadala, akusibantwana abancane. Most of them, they are over 18, ngomama, ngobaba. I think mhlawumbe indlela nabo ababona i-right for ukuzi-entertainer, loku-entertainer abantu abasuke bekhona. And then nathi as i-community siyaba-encourage ukuthi bayenze le nto ngoba at first nawe ngikuzwile ukuthi awupheli komandla and ngiyaye ngikubone lapha most of the time.
Yes, that's why that's true.
And most of abantu abalapha ngibona 202 people, you find ukuthi more than 150 people were always there. So I see nothing wrong about them. I know some people, they will be going through some stuff. Maybe they are stressed. Khona lokhu nje ukuhlala away from the country for some time. I mean, kuyenza ingqondo ingabi right because obviously ukusuka ekhaya uchiya izwe lakini uzohluphika kwamanye amazwe is something engekho right. Leaving your parents where you grew up is not good for a person really. So some people, they've been here in diaspora, South Africa, Botswana, wherever they are for maybe more than 10, 12 years. They haven't been home. And that's the only way. And on Fridays, that is why you find that most of the people, they even persuade Manda to go live. Yes. They even persuade Manda to say, can you please go live? Because they just want to feel entertained. They just want to be there, And lathi kuba sikho sibuka lezi zinto lezi kuba abantu laba basazenzi lezi. But because we are always there,
exactly.
And we'll be encouraging, and noma umuntu engastripper enze kanjani, it's rare ukuthi ungaloga off instead uzobufuna nokurecord esidini, ufuna nokushoot ama-screenshot and stuff. That's we are the one encouraging
for future reference. Screenshot.
Yeah, we are encouraging it in a way, because if Masinga loga off Uksalumanda A1, obvious Umandla mina, I like Umandla ngoba he entertains us, he keeps us occupied most of the time on a Friday night, Saturday night. Usukusuwazi ukuthi no ngizohlala for 2 hours nginomandla. We sleep very late at around abantu labana abadala, and thina will just watch. If I feel bored, then I'll just log off, you know. That's how I see things.
Yeah.
That is not a good. I mean, I haven't.
No, but uyakwazi ukuthi let's not make it singakhulumi kakhulu sisithi abemanda's lounge. We're talking about basically everywhere on Facebook. Yabona. See, imanda's lounge, it's specifically for that particular thing. Anjo. Sesikhuluma ngalaba ababuya outside, ababeku on their personal profiles, besilwa, bethethisana, besenzani kumbe benqunula kusenziwani, not specifically that particular group of people. Anjo. Bavele bayenze lokho nxa usiya khona le yikho ndukuya kubona. There's no two ways about it. You go to manda's lounge, you are going to a freak show. End of.
Right, for labo khuluma ngabo, I'm not going to comment much because I haven't came across such videos on live. Even at Mandlas, I've only heard about it, but I've never came across that. But I've heard some incidents whereby someone is stripped live, someone has been doing this, you know, when it's being entertained. Mandla is an entertainer. I think unendlela yakhe akhuluma ngayo nama audiences amlalelayo, and they listen to him and they do what. I mean, he's got his own ways actually to make people lose themselves. I don't know how, but he's an entertainer for sure. Yabo. So when I've never seen such videos before. If my phone and I would love to see them once, maybe that. Never know.
All right, Siyabonga Puti. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Swameno. I'll see you on Friday. Konangale food.
All right. Look, let's correct something here while we're talking, so that we don't get it twisted or get it wrong. Lapha sikhuluma ngama free spirits on Facebook. On Facebook, not on Manda's Lounge. Yes, I made an example of some of the things that goes on there, but we're not specifically talking about them. Everybody who goes to Manda's Lounge knows what happens there. It's an adult only place. You go there, you know what you're getting yourself into. Strippers, fights, if it's fights, what. But what we're talking about is the behaviors that are being termed free spirits. Isn't in our cultures, in ebuntwini bethu, you know. We're not even talking about it being entertaining. It's like sometimes you go onto Facebook and you come across this video and you think, uyenzani. And some of these are people that are unknown. What do those people who know them say when they see them do those things? Let's not specifically talk. Let's not talk about Manda's Lounge. Maybe let's put that on the side for a minute. Let's talk about the general free spirits all over Facebook, or in whatever, whether it's a group, whether it's a personal, it's a personal profile. Who will wake up in the morning eqalisa ukukhuluma inhlamba ezingaka so ezingaka ezingaginyekiyo, and you say to yourself, how umuntu amthethisayo, couldn't you go and talk to that person beliyothethisana, you know, somewhere in Sita or something like that, you know? Hi, there is Tatelicious. Tatelicious, you don't have a camera, my dear. Can you please go off the live and come right back? I want to add you on to the live. I want to talk to you. But then now there is another question that is very, very interesting. There is actually two questions that are very interesting here. Is why are we scared to tell the truth? We are shocked and disgusted sometimes, not all time. The truth of the matter, the two questions that I actually have is, where did I buy my hair? What if my hair is real? People. Anyway, the two questions that I have is, one, it seems we as a society, thina njengabantu, siyathanda idrama. We love drama. The more people fight, the more we flock into it, the more we feed into it and try and make sure it lasts as long and it drags as long. Even kulu itin. You know, we want these people to fight, we fight. We want them to say as much horrible stuff, Tina. But we are very happy to encourage other people to do so. Yeah. And then, besides the life of drama, let me see. Still no camera, Tatelicious. Let me see if I can add you. And then at the same time, we like to see people self-destruct. That is one thing as Zimbabweans that we are very happy to do. If somebody comes on live and says, "Oh, this has happened to me," nobody's going to say, "Sorry, let me talk to you on the side. Can I call you? No. We want you to tell us right now." Anybody says, "Hello."
Hi, am I on live?
You are on live, but something weird has happened.
I know. Well, that's why I'm like, my phone.
I think you are holding your phone in the other way around, isn't it?
Let me see. No.
Well, I don't know why. Anyway, it's fine. Anyway, it's all good. You're still live. So, what do you think, Manu?
You know what, guys? You know, sometimes we need to tell each other the truth. You know, we really need to tell each other the truth because if you notice, siyajojozela ezinye izinto. Of course, Tina, we are there to support because we want to be entertained, but nxa ufuna ukubona ukuthi abantu they don't know where they stand. You will see in one group, people will be encouraging these people to dance and say all these things. And then when the same thing goes to another group, the same people are now bashing the same, the same people. It's like we don't know where we stand.
No.
So is it a good thing?
Do you know what I think it is? It's a kind of mob mentality thing that we have. Ungafika komanda lapha uyaqaleza usithi visa buruka yenza nje.
Oh yes.
Singathatha ivideo lana siyoyifaka ngale kubo omama balamhlanje. Akula buntu lokhu Jesu. Maye ngayangeka. Usuvumelana lalaba osulabo. So ngani
exactly. That's what we do. It's like we are in the mode of that group at that time. Sithe ngu lounge kaMandla. Kumnandi ku lounge kaMandla. Mbani ongafuna ukuba ku lounge kaMandla. But ubunandi bakhona yibuphi? Asibukhangeleni ukuthi ubunandi bakhona yibuphi. Yibona lobuya bokunqunula obobuzanga, ubuzanga yibo bunandi, uyabona. But uyabukhangela why? Seriously? Why are we there? Sikhangela silanda ubuzanga. Uyabona, but ubuzanga bakhona nxa sesibukhangela maturely sibili sesisodwa sithi kanti ubone njani lokho uyabona siyaba sesinyeya sesimangala, and then we go to maybe another group, maybe engani be throw the same person okade gita to another group yikwini lokho lawe okade ukujojozela ngale ku lounge sukusola ngale. Where do we stand? Where do we stand? So mina, what I'm saying is, like, as much as people say I'm a free spirit, if you're over 21 you can do whatever heck you want to do, you know. I think mina, this is how I'd look at it. We were raised differently. Mina personally umzimba wami ulesithunzi, and mina lesithunzi lo mzimba wami. There is no way I can show umzimba wami out there like that. But at the same time, I'm not saying it's wrong for somebody to do that, because I'm a God said to achiyene lokukhulisa kwethu kuchiyene uyabosarezwa kuchiyeneyo vele. But I mean, if there's anything though engingayithandiyo is if you put your body out there, you already know what to usuzifake ku social media, so ungasabi le ndaba what happens after that. Don't worry about who screenshots it and sends it to whoever, because it's already on social media. It's already out there. Viral. So don't worry about that. Yikho sokugcina sokungena inhlamba. Zibani bani kamamako. Mina inhlamba personally ngiyayesaba.
Kodwa lezi sizizwa lezi insuku.
Uyabona? Ayivele kayila sithunzi. but kodwa nxa sifuna ukutshelana iqiniso umuntu omthandayo umuntu okuthandayo uza kutshela iqiniso nxa sesifuna ukutshelana sibili iqiniso lomhlaba lothando yikudonsa umuntu umtshethi into leyano yenza ku Facebook silabantwana silabani anjabona silabantwana mina ngilabantwana nginje even ngingela bantwana ngilama nieces ngilama nephews
ulehlobo
ngilama nieces ngilama nephews uthi bayabebona uauntie egida enqunu ungakhangela abanye ngabantu abadala
yes
abanye ngabantu abadala but what can you do that's what they want to do so all I'm saying is abantu they should be careful. Yes, we do respect ukuthi it's your body, you're old enough and everybody ama consequences akhona you have to suffer them, you know.
Yazi ukuthi enye into emangalisayo is that even though we say ukuthi abantu laba bangama free spirits they enjoy or they like what they do anjo kungavele kuphume kuthiwe ngiscreenshotile mina ngafaka kuyami Facebook umsindo wakhona ubuvele ukufakile ku Facebook siyakwazi ukuthi kukhona so why are you not worried?
That's what I'm saying, Siswami. You should be able to suffer the consequences zakhona after ngoba okumnandi yikho kuya screenshoteka nyabe ngiscreenshotela into ebhowayo uyabo ngoba nxa kunje mina lawe njayile ukubukela kunje nxa njayile ukuthi ngibukele into enje kusasa when you are at work you missed it. I will screenshot it for you.
And sometimes you wake up in the morning and they sit.
Can I give an example of this? Mina, what disappoints me, I don't think the person minds because I follow her a lot, and I'll give an example of Tatelicious. You know, yes. I actually love Tatelicious' spirit. And Tatelicious, please, I'm not bashing you, and I know you are mature enough to understand what I'm about to say. She is here,
she's watching. I'm trying to get her on.
There. She's in there. I really love this girl's attitude. She's a free-spirited person, but this is where my problem is with Tatelicious. Tatelicious has these nice inspirational shows that she does on Facebook. You know, like AIDS awareness and all that stuff. And it's been very helpful for a lot of people, right?
Very eye-opening. Now, the information is very eye-opening.
It's very eye-opening. You know, she's got. I just like it. But the only problem that I have is after giving all those inspirational lokuza on live, you come back again dancing naked. The whole personality has changed. You know, it's like, okay, I was looking up to this person. I enjoy her dances, yes, you know, but with clothes, you know, she's just a free spirit, you know, she's a good dancer and everything. But the moment you give me an inspirational message like that, and I'm like, oh, you know, Tatelicious, you know, told me this, you know, then the next thing I am watching you, you 100%. It's like, okay, sis Tate, it's like, you know, I mean, as much as I'm entertained with it, but I'm not going to, I mean, honestly, Utate, I think this is coming from my heart. It's a girl that I respect and, you know, but I just feel like her personality change within a minute. We are so override the my inspirational messages
yes.
So that's what I'm saying. I hope you don't take this personal, but this is an example that I could have. That was the best example I could give. You know, and then
she's just responded to what you say. Dute, thank you for your honesty, sweetie.
Yeah, I know. Tatelicious doesn't take stupid stuff like this personal. You know, I've watched it a lot of people have bashed her, and I think she's probably, you know, she probably, you know, accepts the honesty. You know, at least she's not hearing it from anybody but from me, you know. So let's just enjoy. And the foot that I've noticed is abantu, the reason why people start cussing each other out is because each group minds another group's business. That's the thing. Okay, Umandla is bringing this nice show. We are all enjoying the show. The next thing, some hater I don't know whether you call it a hater or what, because they're probably trying to juice up their other group, will screenshot something, put it on the other group. So we change gear. So ngena ku gear 4 kade siku gear 1. Sesimbhesha futhi umuntu wakhona, and then so kusenza I clash, so ku clash up between ama admins. You know, so we just need to know what we do on Facebook. And when you notice, especially ama admins, I'm pretty sure ama admins, they go through all this ukuthi abantu umuntu uzakutshotshozela, then the next thing sekuthethisa, then it gets to ama admin, yeah, you are being unfair because so and so did this. You know, you're putting them tight labo. That's why all these inhlambas go flying. Guys, you can't take words back. That's what you should realize. In life, you cannot take words back. Just be careful what you do. And then once you put something on social media, expect it to go viral. Expect it to go viral. Personally, do I like it? I like it for the show, yes. But if you wanted my honest advice, it's not cool. Your body should be sacred to you. It should be sacred. It's not a pillow that you'll be putting it out there. You know? So that's really all I have to say. That's all I really have to say, Wuti. You know, sometimes we need ukutshelana iqiniso, not ukuchotshozela. All these people about it, yeah, free spirit, free. Why indaba wena ungela free spirit? Ngena lawe ku live ngespirit, free spirit yakho indaba ukhangela free spirit ka Mary, John and Anne. Ungakhangele yakho, ngena lawe ku free spirit yakho. If you see ukuthi ku right, abantu abathi free spirit laba nama spectators because sifuna ukubukela. That's the thing. Into emnandi ukubukela, vele sibukela ngoba kubi. That's why ungakhangela amanye ama live, we don't even care about ama live abo mkoma masimba and all that because ayabore. Sifuna lapho kuqhubeka. Yes, we want to wahala.
That's
the truth. What are we waiting for?
Wahala.
In capital letters, we want that wahala. You know, no wahala vele agula show. That's why when we are watching Manda shows every city, Jamto bore. What's boring about it is because there's no one dancing naked. Even if you notice, even Umanda, you know, she notice Umanda enjoys watching the girls dance. Ungabuya umfana, yathi athi bomira mani wechi bomira because abafana abachazi. You know?
Well, but you hardly ever see abafana. That's the thing. In not even Wamanda, but in general, you hardly, unless there is a sex tape that leaks. That's when you get to see a naked man. You hardly see these men go out there doing nakedness or anything like that. So yito mama, does that mean he just has shonipio? He just has free spirits like
women,
that?
Naturally, women, whether we want to hear this or not, women will love attention more than men do. That is the truth. Women love attention, right, man? Can I get my likes, man? I just sided with you. Women will love.
How can I get my likes?
we love attention more than men do. That is why we would go up there and do everything just to get that slight attention. It is slight attention, you know, maybe slight attention. Gamandla, umandla sweet tongue. Umandla is nephew yami. You know, ule sweet tongue ngiyam uploader umandla akula mfana ole sweet tongue njengalwa. Umandla yakuthethisa 2 minutes kusasevuke kuncenga uvuka uncibilikile. Uyabona? So abantu just know whatever you do on live, expect anything after. Don't go mad after you start cussing at people and everything because you put yourself on live. It's not easy to be naked on live. It's not even easy to be naked in front of a roommate. It's not even easy to be naked in front of a man, a boyfriend. How would it be easy for you to be naked on social media? That's why we come and watch, because those are other wonders of the world. You're talking about Guinness Books of Records. That's why we have strip clubs, because I'm isolated clubs for that. When I'm out to social media, we in this strip club. Oh well, we are here to watch you. See, we are here to see what church said. But whether it's right or wrong, But all I can say is just know ukuthi uyazilulaza wena wedwa akulasithunzi. That's all I can say.
All right. Thank you very much, Mamu. Thank you.
All right.
So let me give others a chance. Thank you very much, my dear. Let's give her some love. Let's send her some hearts. She's been very honest. Continue with our guest. She's been very honest. Oh my God, this new Facebook Live is weird. Yeah, it's very weird. Wonders of the world. Yeah, let's just say what we're talking about here is not. Let's not concentrate on Mandla's lounge. Like I said earlier, go Mandla ngale eBhawa ngale. Those of you who go there, abangakwaziyo sorry, angakwazi awazi. But those who go in Mandla's lounge, they know. No under 18s, nakedness shall happen, fights shall happen. Inhlamba ezigaqa zizajiwa. So when we go there, we know what it's about. But now we are talking about everywhere on Facebook. Facebook yonke, no one is perfect, each to their own. Indeed, we cannot prescribe how they should behave. We cannot prescribe behavior on anybody. But what the question is, where is this whole thing coming from? All along, we've been. Oh my God, Tatelicious, you still don't. Let's see. There you go. All along we've been doing our lives. We've been seeing many kind of PG kind of things, but these days,
hello, baby.
Hello, Mrs. Sandberg. How are you?
I'm good, Spadazam, Siapila.
Let me tell you, people, Nancy, this is one of probably the biggest free spirit we have ever seen. I think anybody who says
they say
we
Tati should wear clothes. I loved the sentiments of my previous sister. She was very honest. Tatelicious should stick on educating people about HIV and AIDS, and I really appreciate her sentiments. But one thing we forget, my sister, when people come on social media, we bring a lot of diverse, and one thing I have learned over my past, since I joined Facebook 2008, I learned that a lot of people want to come with their parenting skills to parent Tatelicious, who is an old manchi, and already I have a parent already. My mother Ashumba is there, and she did what she could do to her extent to mold me. But now I think I am that person who is just waiting to explore my own personality. I don't shun people who say, Tatelicious, you should wear clothes. Some people go on to say, Tate, yeah, those are true sentiments which come from people. But at the end of the day, am I happy with what I'm doing? And also I receive people who say, Tate, we enjoy watching you dance, naked or not naked, your spirit is good. That makes me feel good. At the same time, I don't want also to condone people who say people shouldn't dance naked. I respect their sentiments, and I won't shove my videos in front of them. That's why I go on my wall, sweetheart, and I post these videos on my wall so that people who are interested to see Tatelicious sometimes teaching about HIV or dancing.
Watch the HIV bit. So if you want to see the speaker Tatelicious, the teacher Tatelicious, you go and watch those. If you like the naked Tatelicious, the dancing Tatelicious, you go on when that is happening.
Exactly. And also one thing I would like to say to the lovely Zimbo Live viewers is Tate is not a one character. One day I'm a teacher of HIV. The next day I'm an entertainer. And an entertainer comes in different packages. Me, sometimes I like to dance in clothes. Sometimes, I'm someone who is too much fat, this bigness. Sometimes I feel like I sweat too much when I dance with clothes. So it's much better if I wear some lingeries and, it makes me feel wahala.
Oh my God. That excuse will not wash that. You like being naked. End of story. There is no sweat, nothing over there. Uthanda ubunqunu muntu.
Ununu, wahala, wahala.
You know, if it is what you like, you know, the question here is not about whether it is right or wrong. The question is, where is it coming from? You said you joined Facebook 2008, like I did.
Yes, my
and
dear.
I think all these past couple of years, it's been nice and you know, and mellow. Once in a while, we see a bikini or a mini skirt and we go, ah! But in the past, maybe 4 months, 5 months, oh my God, there's been this new thing. Zimbabweans getting naked on live videos, fighting, saying, you know, kuluming samba, insulting each other. Where is this? What does this mean about us as a people? Are we evolving? Are we changing?
I think
is it a phase?
We are changing, my sister. I still remember I always caught people when I'm at work, you know, doing these LGBTI advocates and also as a lawyer in my office to say, in Zimbabwe long back, albinos were killed. If a parent gave birth to twins, one of the twin will be killed. This is a culture where I come from. But people with getting knowledge every day, we are evolving. There are things which we have to put on the side. And I think one thing we have as Zimbabweans is, if Tatelicious and Richard eat sadza and chicken, the whole country of Zimbabwe should eat sadza and chicken. We forget that people have different households and they have different rules and regulations. So I usually want to appeal to people who think that I should live their lives. Forget to question other people's lives. Focus on your life. Live the true best meaning of your life yourself. If you want to dance, maybe wearing those long skirts, and be free. The camera is yours, shoot the video. But one thing I liked about my previous sister, she said, things which people dance, you know, wearing these long dresses and what, it's boring. We go to these mandlas groups wanting to see, you know, diversity of spirits, spirits.
Is that because as a people, Tinabantu, we are not used to this live or free view nakedness that we flock to those places to see it because we're not used to seeing it?
I think as people, we are used to be told what to do when we are adults. Even when we are still in our parents' house, you are 23, you are 24 or 27, your father still tell you what to wear. Your father still tell you who friends you must be with. So you see, when people become free or living alone in the diaspora, they like burst out of the bubble because they were tired to be given rules and regulations. That's why I always say, I tell my children to say, you have to live your life. As long as you are not a murderer, as long as you are not a thief, as long as you are not stepping on other people's toes, do you? I am okay with that. So people, we want, you know, if we are all people who don't watch TV, people on the next door shouldn't watch TV. Why is that so? And I love to see the variety of Facebook, my sister. You go to, we have groups of people who want to go to PhD ministry, people who want to go to Baba Bushiri ministry. There are groups there. And when people come to my page, except to learn HIV or to see Tatelicious dancing naked. And recently, we have a platform where I am getting single ladies, I'm hooking them up with men so that they can be married by the end of 2018. I've got a goal of 200 women I have to set. So this is Tatelicious. I come with all diversity. I have managed to go with 50 women since November and December last year. They are already married. 20 are in Canada and the US, and the rest are all over Europe. So this is what I do because I am genuine. So for people who follow me, they really know Tate is out for results, entertainment, joy, living life as it is.
And that's you.
That's me, baby.
That is the epitome of a free spirit. That is you.
That is even my husband. My husband doesn't give me rules. Before we got married with Richard, I told him, Richard, this is who I am. Sometimes I feel like I want to dance naked. And I'm not saying that I will be, you know, demonstrating to say, guys, I'm horny, come and fuck me. I just want to let loose, you know. So as I am seated right now, I feel like, am I allowed to, is it a free spirit?
Well, but you've raised something else when you mentioned Richard. Besides, because you live with Richard, he sees you doing these things. You've got family. What do they think? This is just me being curious. What do they think when they see those videos? And now, you know, like your uncles, aunties, whosoever. Yeah. What do they think?
I think the good thing about my family, they know that Tatenda lives for herself. Even my sisters, my sister's husbands, I've got 2 sisters, they know that they still call me Tsano Tatenda. Tsano lives the way Tsano wants to live. I don't go to their house to beg how to live or how to get rules how to live on my life. And I have told them, I'm not apologetic because this is my life. We have to learn boundaries where to say, I respect what you do at your household, and you have to respect what I do at my household. I have sekurus, I have bamninis, I have my ninis, but I've graduated. When you see someone getting to that level of being in your own house, living your own life, you know, you have graduated to hear what a sekuru needs to say to me. Even my own mother have no right to say what happens in my house. She has no right. What she has just to tell me is, Tate, we need sugar or we need whatever in Zimbabwe. But in terms of my personality, my character, it's a no-go area.
All right. Well, okay. Well, no, I can't ask more than that. Like I said, we just want to understand this phenomenon, Ema free spirits etulaw, and you are one person who are constantly seeing. I mean, some people who come to your page, we all go and watch, or we see the videos going viral. I think there is a bit of being two-facedness that happens. We love the drama of people saying, have you seen what she's done? Oh my God. And then we will go to another group and say, oh, go tate, and you are in there, go tate. Are we the audience the problem? Is the audience the problem? Are we feeding into this phenomenon? Are we the problem?
I think it then comes to how the level of intelligence. Someone wrote to me to say, Tate, I only follow your page when you have HIV shows. But in terms of your naked videos, I don't watch them because my children also will be following. So I don't want to expose them to your dances. I understand that. And this is a very honest opinion. But if someone is coming to my videos and say, oh, Tatelicious, go Tatelicious, then they go to other groups and discuss other things about me. It's their choice. Tate is doing her thing. And usually, one thing I have learned a lot, I don't do friends. In terms when I say friends is having a friend on Facebook and I end up inviting that friend at home. Because me also, I have heard stories, people who write to me to say, Tate, I had a friend from Facebook and that friend stole my husband. People are out for different reasons, you know. Some people, they pretend to be, oh, Tate, when they're eyeing for Richard. So it's those, I just put my videos to educate, to entertain, and to relieve people from their stress. In terms of my boundaries with people, I do have boundaries. So, Mama group, what is happening in groups, I think, and people are stressed, I think. People have got anger. People are angry. So they are looking for someone to put their anger on. That's why they go on rampant in groups. My video can go for days whilst people are still discussing. But the angry point of that matter is not me. She was recently divorced. She was recently dumped by a boyfriend. Or when she was almost getting married to be paid for Lobola, no one showed up. So this anger is now being turned for who? To Tatelicious. So people are angry, my sister, if you see, and also, yeah, some people say people are jealous because Tatelicious knows how to bath considering that I came from the male world. I had a very small thing before it was designed.
Tatelicious, oh my God.
So
Jesus.
I try by all means to look gorgeous, baby. So some people are just jealous. So it's a mixture of everything, anger, jealousness, but life goes on.
Yeah, we are bored. We are a bored society.
That's true, my love.
No, anyway, Tate, thank you. Thank you for coming on. I really wanted to hear from somebody who is a free spirit, and you've explained it from your point of view. And some people are obviously putting their comments on here and saying, why are Zimbabweans fighting? Vega, Vega, you are beautiful, Tate. People are jealous.
Thank
We
you
love
so
you.
much.
Yes. So,
and I think also in social media, I would like to say I have really evolved along the way, because there are some things which you do, for example, commenting on others' posts, which you put a comment and it makes them angry. I still remember I posted an angry comment, and a comment which made Zula angry, and she was very angry at me. And I had to ask for forgiveness. So that's what I'm learning also on Facebook, to say, sometimes I have to just fold my hands and watch and let it pass. So for those who are fighting on Facebook, I would like, just specifically, if Mandla is watching, and that Koma Barakas, or what, I don't know his real name, if they are watching, guys, Facebook is not for fighting. Let us come together as Zimbabweans and unite. I saw the video where they were shouting at each other. I really didn't.
I saw that.
It's Zimbabweans, and how it makes us. Someone from Gambia was saying Zimbabweans should be banned on Facebook, because there's a lot of drama of us, going at each other.
No, do you know, it seems, from my point of view, I work with quite a few people from different countries, Kenya, Uganda, Senegal. None of them do these kind of things. They are surprised. All of their stuff are done on WhatsApp. They say, Zimbabweans, we watch you all. What are you people doing? They are surprised.
We go.
We are almost the only ones, and we have gone overboard.
I love all the two guys, Kumamandla and the other guy. They have different audiences, and I failed to say, how can I reach them? Because sometimes Mandla's account is blocked, so you don't know where to really reach him. But I think if this video is saved and it goes to him, guys, let bygones be bygones. And, I felt like something is wrong somewhere in Zimbabwe. We have, maybe this anger we have, maybe it's because of our political system, which is infringed. You never know. Because I would see, how can I be angry at my own brother just because of social media? So, amen. But anyway, that was that, my dear.
Before you go, somebody has asked a question here and said, Tate, how do you deal with the backlash from all this social media stuff? How do you deal with it?
I forgive and let go. Growing up my life as a man and becoming a woman, it was difficult, all in all. I had too much backlashes from family, and these backlashes made me strong. So if someone on Facebook thinking that they can come now and backlash me, unfortunately, I'm now a pressure cooker. I know how to handle this. So I just forgive and forget. As long as that person have come and watched what I wanted to put across, it's okay with me. Because when you see someone mentioning something, they've seen something which you have done. So you have made them talk. And usually, I want to make people laugh. I don't go on rampant talking about people. I do me. So backlash is, I think, one lesson we just have to learn. People are angry at something and they are just turning that anger on you. Let it go. Maybe sometimes in life they will come along. A lot of people actually who I have met in the States, in UK, here in Europe, they say in real life, Tate, I used to have a beef with you, but I realized that you were not the problem. I was the problem because I hated myself. And another secret I have to tell you, most of the men who are angry at me, those men who come like they want to hit me bad, they are still in the closet. They are gay brothers who are very, very, yes, that's the truth, my sister. They are still in the gay closet and they say, Tatelicious, you know, that statement of saying, why are you coming to say kurua kumanyoa? It's normal. But it's those people who are angry, sweetheart. They are angry because they are failing to live their lives. But anyway, I hope as life gives us, they will also come to a realization that life is too short to live other people's life. We just have to do us. Do yourself.
Indeed, indeed. Thank you very much, Tate. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having
on.
me, my love. I was happy to have. Love you and wakandi koshela mufunge, sweetheart. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Siyakubonga. Asimbonge nini udadewethu Tatelicious, simfakele ama-hearts abo thando. Twamaye, what has happened? The truth rider, right? The lack of exposure. They must come out of the closet. We're still talking, for those who joined us a bit late, we are talking about this new phenomenon, AMS free spirits within social media. You know, these people, everything that you can think of is being done by Zimbabweans on Facebook. The only thing we have not yet seen, which I am sure if we continue the way we are going, is a live death or a live suicide. Where is she? Where is Summers? Where is Summers? Sorry, Rutendo. Let me find you. I don't know why my comments are lagging. Where is Summers? Where are you? There you go. Yeah. Like I'm saying, sometimes we watch these things. I'm Rutendo.
Hi, sis. How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright. How are you?
I'm watching and listening and trying to pick up the 1 or 2, 3 words of Ndebele words that I couldn't figure out, but most of it I'm able to understand. Very nice show. I was just trying to just stay off these lives for a little bit, but I just felt I needed to just come through myself, and I was listening to you and a couple of people that came through to just talk. I think one thing about this social media is people have failed to understand that we are individuals. People want a group out of one person. If it's loveness, like this situation of people coming and going off at each other, we forget to realize that there are no more social groups out there where we'll just go, not so many anymore, where people usually get out of the house, go hang out in the park together. That's where these fights were happening. That's where all these stories and gossip and stuff was happening. People will go to strip clubs and stuff like that. This is not about Mandla's Lounge, but part of it is. So when people see you, mostly when people are on their individual platforms, there is loveness. I'm not just the person who's always happy. I'm a person who has their own faults, where if someone trips, sorry, I get those calls when I'm just, yeah. So pretty much what I realize on social media is, yes, there are so many of us who are attention seekers, and we find every way of seeking for this attention on social media. And there's many of us here who give that attention. Although we complain, we are the ones that are getting up, turning on our computers and clicking that button to Loveness's profile, to Mangu's
we are actually
profile.
feeding. We are feeding into it, aren't we?
Yes, we go and people will be dancing. You know, most of the time, like on the lounge, I go there. I'm a part. I'm admin and everything. Most of the time, I'm not even there to watch all these things go down. What do I see tomorrow? Screenshots, small clips of videos and stuff. You choose what you want to see. Just like someone
Yes.
leaves their house and goes to a strip club to pay dollars. This is a free way. There's so many of you perverts out there who just love to see naked people who are sitting there in the back with different accounts. There are people from churches that I know that are in Mandla's Lounge. There are people everywhere that love to watch these things happen. But when they're done over there, they're out there preaching how these people are going crazy on social media, how these people are doing this. For you to know all this, where were you to see these things? You're putting yourself, what makes you a better person if you are in that same group where people are being encouraged to take off their clothes and dance and everything, and you're there too? Okay, that's one part of people trying to, this whole part of, what were you saying?
Free spirits.
Free spiritedness. These people that are free enough to come and take off their clothes on a platform like Mandla's, trust me, these are the same women you can actually find in strip clubs dancing for their money. Some of them are not prostitutes, but that's how they choose to make their money. And we just have to start understanding that we can't all be the same. If you don't like to see those strip shows going on, don't be there. Just find a time of, if there's something else interesting. On Mandla's Lounge, Mia Tani comes and talks. There's many people that do a lot of other things different from these Friday night shows, different from all these other things. You don't need to be there if it's not the time. I mean, I'm short myself where I love stuff too much to the point where I'm literally in every place too where these things are happening, and because it's what makes people.
I found, you know what, Richard, what I have come to realize and conclude is that as Zimbabweans, we really love drama. We literally really
Instigators.
love drama.
I see
you know
people.
That we instigate, we run over there, we see what's happening, we come in here and say, Rutendo, did you see what's happening over there? They're saying this and that, and then you go off, and then we run off to the other person. Before you know it, we've got 4 or 5 people live on Facebook fighting each other, and we are running all around feeding into those fights. This drama just gets out of hand and out of hand.
Yeah.
And are we not actually encouraging some kind of mental healthy kind of things going on, right? Because sometimes you watch somebody having a fight on Facebook, you can see them like going off the rails, literally think you need to calm yourself down.
These fights, honestly, these fights, coming to the fights, the entertainment, all these things about people being free-spirited, for me, it's normal. People have their own personalities, and people don't have not everybody has just one personality. Some days I come preaching all these things about on my profile, and some days I come with a whole different story. And, people have different ways of how they live lives, and people are too judgmental, because one day you come preaching about a very inspirational story, you can't come one day with another story that's a whole different direction. That's why sometimes after we go from church, people that go to church sometimes go to restaurants, they go to clubs and have a drink. I meet pastors, I know Roman Catholic fathers that you can meet in a bar. You can't be saying just because you went to church today, you can't be seen in another platform where sometimes you can have a business meeting in a bar setting. So why is it because it makes you a whole different person that people will judge you for that? People need to start understanding, Kuti, everybody is an individual, and people make their own choices, and it's okay to make certain choices, and it's okay for someone to choose to walk the ground that they want to walk when they are walking it. We judge too much, and when we do that, this is when we are back and forth. So going on, this is about social media and being free-spirited. Seriously, if I want to see Tatelicious dance, I will go to Tate's page when it shows, and not click a follow. I'm going to check an after I click off, go somewhere else. If that's what I like to see and see people fighting, that's where I go. My fights, though, I think in Yema groups and this thing, we are having a big competition. I'm not saying anything. These people who create groups, Zimbabweans mostly, we have these groups, yes. We have these groups, and we just totally fail to support each other and just know this is just a life of social. This is not going to take us to heaven. This is just social life, and people are worried about who is doing their life. This is just social media, and if people want to come to you, trust me. Yes,
it doesn't pay. That
if
sometimes
people
you want.
You do your life, and if Loveness wants to come to your live, if I want to go to Mvenge, I go to Mvenge. If I want to go to Auntie Jenny's show, I go to, you can do them all at the same minute. If people want to see what you're doing, they will come to you. This is it. It has become a war of, I have my group and someone so is doing this at this time, so and so is doing. So it has become a way of people using each other to destroy each other's groups just because they're saying this group has got so much going on it and this one has. We do it in private too. That people don't even realize that it's groups after groups fighting each other, and it's usually the fans of one group coming to fight the fans of other group and feeding each other with things that are very spicy and intoxicating that ends up with these fights. All these things that are happening, especially these fights, people who see Loveness and Mandla getting along so well. There's someone that comes through that is going to say, Loveness is this, Loveness is this. Someone happens to go behind the back and say some things to Mandla that is going to irritate Mandla. And someone comes behind there and says to Loveness, Mandla said this and this. Do you know that, when people are seeing some vile things happening on these groups and someone is being literally bashed, and where sometimes if my friend is being bashed on a group, instead of me making that phone call, I'm going to try to protect my friend and try to keep them off. That's okay. But people will laugh because obviously ndinema moyo and ndinema way of behavior yangu ndikasazvibata stereki pandinoona ndichitukwa fair. I'm going to go off and guess what happens? Chapfumbuka. It will be life after life because mandla apedza ini ndichaenda kwangu because ndikutry kujustify my ways angu ekuti ndazoenda. But the thing about it is what we forget is really we are all adults. We do these things. I am one person who has done some crazy things on social media. And I'm going to tell everybody out there that it's a price you pay for life. I'm not apologizing, but after a few outbursts on social media, I have paid a big price that I'm still paying up to today. So it sounds entertaining. It sounds like fun. This going off on social media can really create a portfolio that you are going to die with for life, because this social media is not forgiving at all. Internet, it writes down everything. This, as we did this, only for followers. And these followers, most of them, 90% of the followers that we have, out of the 22-something thousand followers that I have, 99% of them are there to wait for that day when hell breaks loose.
When you crash.
Unoisa picture you only get 100 likes upon 22,000 followers. So think about it. Think about it. When we do these things, honestly, when we do these things, yes, we fall short and we are humans and we can't expect kutimungu asatsamwe pa live if ukadenwa pa live the chances are not tsamwa. It's how you take control of this situation, because then when it starts to become a live after live and it goes on, it escalates for a week. People see these fights go on. Okay, we fight. Things happen. We apologize.
But these fights actually affect you mentally, don't they? Besides
yes,
the physical aspect, mentally,
my sister,
you are trying to.
Let me tell you one truth. I had an outburst here several years ago. I was back and forth in the Chitukirira. I did. I was a hawk. Trust me, after a week of doing that, I was drained. As much as I feel like I'm very strong, it's very draining mentally, physically, and everything. So we need to lie not to ourselves. Even my friend Mandla, we saw him back and forth per weekend up. There was a point even after Andy Tukira, I picked up my phone because I was like, this boy is going through it. He is drained and he's emotionally stabbed. And I called him when he was.
Went on for about 8 hours, isn't it? And everyone was like, "You need to rest."
And
please,
as much as we feel like we are all instigating this, one of these days, so we are going to watch a real life situation of someone losing their life by social media, because. Complain. Now we are here sitting here complaining, talking about this social media, this. One of these days, because there's so many people back there who are cheerleaders of these things, who love to see the drama. You are equal, even if you are not coming live by camera. Click everywhere. Naked people. So just take it, It's social media. We just need to know when to put breaks. And as people, tinofanirwa kudzidza kutsiurana kuside, because what we don't realize is kana munhu akatsiurwa online ari pahigh, it's very hard to get a response, make a sense.
No.
That's why I chose to talk to Manda in the back, where I didn't need to come and do a live live, because why do we need that whole? Yes, it happens in front of an audience. Just do it in a way you put it, because the more you keep doing an audience, but not everyone is happy about this as much as I can pop water and do, I'm a very peaceful person. And even if you hurt me to the worst, the last I want to see is to watch you going through hell and be okay with it and be smiling about it. The next thing I'm thinking is, I want to make peace, because for me, I'm not peaceful until I make that peace with you. I don't really have to be hanging hands and, dancing everywhere with you, but I still want to make sure that I have made that peace with you and life has to go on.
Indeed.
But
I was going to ask you, Kuti, well, you've been on Facebook for quite a long time. You've had your dramas, you've had a lot of things happen. What do you think has brought this new phenomenon of all the, you've seen the fights that happen, you've seen the nakedness that happen, not on Manda's Lounge, no, just like the naked, the leaking of videos, the fighting amongst friends, kufumurana and all sorts of things. What is bringing on this thing? I mean, we saw a lady the other time, I will get off the bus after work and come and beat you up, and you think, is this healthy? This is a mother who's going to go after the life and look after children. Are they safe?
The truth of the matter is, my sister, is this is the real life here to grown up. And it's also same as Zimbabweans. Our economy has been so down. People have no jobs. There is so much going on with Zimbabwe. And I think places I know when I'm a fighter. I actually went on a Malawi platform and I realized to fix all to my issues. When I was like, wow, it's so good to go up, and it wasn't as crazy as ours. But what I think is Zimbabwe. Upon a time when I was still in Zimbabwe almost 20 years ago, people had jobs, people had stuff to keep them occupied. Mostly people would have this spare time weekends, and these phones, which has made life much easier, right? Because most times, honestly, if you sit in a room with people around, you see everyone holding their device. Kudara. This stuff was not there. This is a new era of social media and these electric devices who allow you to even be gossiping about the person next to you across the table. I don't know who to blame it on, but honestly, these electric devices that allow us to communicate, pass me that spoon in table. I text you instead of I can just tell you. I've seen people when you're in a car, someone is sitting there, I've seen this happen. It's going to be an epidemic that is going to hurt the whole world, because it's not going to stop. Right now, they're trying to introduce motkari driver. It's going to get worse.
What are we going to be doing?
Yes. It's going to get worse. So as much as we can say Mazimba, that, we just need to take control of this and not let this take us down. And I'm hoping with whatever the few years that's coming, if Zimbabwe is going to change, I'm just hoping people will get more preoccupied by things that are more productive, where we can go to jobs and be making money. Because right now, it seems like the most we can afford is $1 for airtime, and we sit there all day. Because when I see, because when you go into groups, the statistics of how many people were involved, numbers vanhu vari kumusha dziri higher
they are very high.
Yes. Vanhu vari kudiaspora vazhinji vacho, yes, they get on social media, but when they get on there is because vane ka time off, ane ka break. Numbers dzevanhu vari kumusha vanoswera pa social media dziri very high, and then you sit there and look and say the economy is so bad, but we still can afford these $2 to get on social media. And when you notice my fake accounts, these crazy accounts of people bashing people, and then every time I get a new follower, if I get to notice on time, I go and look on the profile, it's gonna make sense, I block right away. My ghost accounts who are actually coming to make noise for you, pretty much. And mostly when you find them, when I kubinga ku Zimbabwe, any time anowana network yekuti agare papa ngira chikutuka anokutukira bhutsu dzakakurisa, and yet iwe ndiwe muridzi wakanotenga bhutsu dzako unoziva size yako yaunokwana. unonzi boots yako yakashata fashion group iyoyo boots yako yakakurisa, and I'm looking and I'm thinking, you know, ibhutsu yangu ndindakaipfeka munhu uyu nguva yaazuma kuti aone kukura kwebhutsu yangu aizuma rini. These are the things that we do. We like to hurt each other, and this is why social media has become, if we only could come and just enjoy the life and just be social. But you know, like I'm saying, it's just that life that is coming into cyberspace, where instead of these fights happening, it's even better because here nobody can touch anybody. Because a long time ago, people would just meet and bottle. It's the same life. Yes. We shouldn't be so shocked. We just need to start understanding the social media lifestyle is that life, that outside life that we used to walk on up and down the streets. We just do it here now. I don't know if I made any sense, but I felt the need to come through. I was just trying not to go on any live right now because I'm just breathing from the craziness.
You have made a lot of sense, and in a way, we as the audience who actually sort of feed into these lives, the fights, the what, everything else that goes on. We want to hear from you guys. How do we affect you as well? Because we are the consumers. How do
the consumers are even worse because they come and cheer on man. We had my uniform, my pom pom, and it's all over. This yeah, happy fights right now. Until group kwa weekend it went quiet for a good while. People are all like, you know, group rafa. You know, people want to see these fights going on. And it's said, when there is no audience, like I'm saying, when there is no audience, all this drama is not there. But see what happened, yes. Fred. The fight started, and guess what? The numbers boosted like 20 times over. And I was watching that happen. I went ahead. I was very upset with Mandla. But I called Mandla. I said, look, drop and come off. Then I talked to Fred afterwards, and I said, you guys, this is just ridiculous. This is going to go on, and don't you understand, people are actually happy with you guys doing this. Mm-hmm. And people were actually having so much fun. The next minute, there's computers, people are sitting. You know, that's why I say we the consumers are worse. Because when we do that, I cannot shout one of the videos circulating here, Fred deleted. But as soon as it was deleted, one computer and phone, you can see the computer. People are ready in their phones. So what makes us better? We want to see this drama. Yeah. Exciting.
Indeed.
TV of the world by social media, and it's free. You don't even need to subscribe to this little airtime and you're good to go. So why would I spend my money going to get cable in my house if I can sit here and watch the drama unfold? You know, I can go click. And strip club people, most of you who are sitting here talking about heaven, many of you, if we look on your devices, you are found guilty of being on porn sites. But who knows what? Most of these people are the ones when it's the choice that someone is making. It's their decision that they have to deal with tomorrow. And honestly, Van, these people are so guilty of watching porn just now that because it's now out there where you can go and watch it for free, where people go, like I say, sometimes I'm not even there, not too much clips. It's because when important things are happening for me, I go there. So if you subscribe to the page where you are one of the 14,000 people in the group that are making this group go on, what makes you different?
Nothing.
Yeah.
No. Thank you
my
very
sister.
Much,
Thank you
for coming.
Bye.
Please, let's give our sister some love. Bren, can you please say Ed? So I can add you. Let's give our sister some love. We were all watching and feeding. We were all watching and feeding on all the drama that was happening. You know, it's not. Maybe let's just. Bren, can you just say Ed or send in a request, my darling? Yeah, the Facebook carriers and so. But anyway, as much as we want to talk about the one thing that we seem to miss is the fact that people come onto these lives and they fight. And they say things that they can never take back to friends, to family. Ama families are watching. Ama families are saying, what do they feel? Ngabe kubona ukhuluma inhlamba ezingaka so ezigqatha lezana ezingaginyekiyo inhlamba zangikhona. You know, Bren, help me understand this spiritedness.
Omunye phezu komunye
And omunye phezu komunye. Ukhanya ingane wena usuku new generation.
Otherwise, how are you? Umuhle, thank you so much for your program, and good program indeed.
Thank you.
Indaba yama free spirit.
Ha. Sacha Jehovah.
Umoya okhululekileyo. You know what? Mina, I'm always for, each to their own. But the problem that I have with some of the lives, ama free spirit, ukuthi bayenza ubu free spirit wabo phambi kwabantwana. I know ukuthi sichona stelana ukuthi don't tell me how to raise my daughter, but we have to remember ukuthi we live in a country with different laws. We live in countries with different laws altogether. Ngamna ngizaphuma ku live in sitting free spirit go program ebhalwe no under 18 sikhuluma ngama strip club antsho sifanisa that other page as a strip club, but would I take my own daughter ngiye ku strip club? Kuyavunyezwa yini ukuthi ngiexpose umntanami lapho okwenziwa khona izinto ongazithola ku strip club? Mina ngiwatcha iporno, awusoze umbone ngiwatcha iporno lo mntanami.
But you are happy to watch izweni zigcwele screen lo mntanakho kuthiwa ngama free spirits, or umntwana uyaqoqoda while you are naked, and you actually say to us, hold on, uhambe evula umnyango uthi no baby, hambe yenza so they're watching your nakedness.
We are feeding some of these pedophiles who are online watching, free spirit. So I think Ultima City, don't be judgmental. Siyatanda sibili ukukhotha amanye amabala lapho angafaneliyo khona ukuthi ungangijudge. Sizakujaja, sizayekela njani wena uphuma phambi kwethu. Lawa nje nxa ngikhuluma so uyangijaja. So it's like that, that's what life is all about. Ngileta umntwana ku live kumele ngibone ukuthi ama consumers akhona ku live akhona ahambelana yini lo umntanami ulelungelo yini lokuthi abe on that platform. Uphuma uyagidisa izibunu unqunu umntwana is distressed phandle ngalo uyaqoqoda mama ngilambile wena ubhisi udunusile. Hayi even
ngiyabuya.
Exactly, and mina vele ngumhlobo lwana, so even ngaze ngikhulume ngithi kutholakala ngale ngaphesheya kwelizwe ngaphesheya kolwandle, but angikwazi ukuthi why. And as well, ukuthethisana on live, ngizwa abanye besithi, we are blaming the followers, we are blaming the viewers, but I believe we're adults. If I'm provoked on social media, I shouldn't be provoked. I should exercise self-control. I shouldn't be saying, oh, it's the instigators, it's the comments, people who are commenting. Why should I be pushed so much by people whom I don't even know, who are commenting, who are followers, to be pushed to an extent of coming out of my character and acting otherwise? When I glance at social media, the first question engizibuza yona ukuthi umntanami nxa engibona ngoba, like, what the previous caller said, that the internet never forgets. So if my daughter sees this, ngiyumbuza engizibuzayo ukuthi uzafundani.
Exactly. Even if it's not years from today, some kids, their parents let them ukuthi babukele babe lama iPads lan. Afike khona phana esikolo umngane akethi, I saw your mom last night. Yes, we don't raise our kids the same way. When you might think ukuthi ukubukela umuntu onqunu it's wrong. Omunye umuntu might think ukuthi no, it's nakedness. My child should know ukuthi people get naked. So you find somebody saying to I saw your mom last night. This is that something you would be proud of? Is that something you would really like your child to see? Yeah. Even in Samba, like the fights, they worry me very, very much, because I have seen people somehow they are losing their minds. Have you seen we are watching and you can actually feel the energy? If we are this person is totally angry and is losing it. And we
Yikho
have kids in the
ngisithi
house.
kumele sifunde. Ikufunda phela kumele sifunde uku-exercise ukuzibamba. Umuntu azibambe mbijana ukuzithinte, uzibambe inhliziyo, uzibambe to exercise self control ukuthi umuntu engingamaziyo ngizakulwa lo muntu ose South Africa engazake ngimbone ngiye you know that may have been provoked a lot, but ukuthi abantu sichiyene like other people bathi sikhuliswa ukuchiyeneyo, but mina nxa kungangilethela imali etafuleni I don't feed into that. I would definitely ignore, but sichiyene njengabantu. But I think indaba yokuthi nje sibe sitshelana like a society ngoba sithi umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu, umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu. As much as sithi sesilapha eEngland sesinjani njani, but umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu. Mina ngiyambona sibili senza izinto ezi out of my character. I give you ngiyalinika sibili ukuthi ake lingifonele, ake lingikhuze. Ngoba ngizaba ngumuntu onjani ongakhuzekiyo.
I think sometimes yikho esikuswelayo abantu abasibiza leceleni bethi, do you know what, Sisa? No. Yekela khona lokho. What we find is we get a lot of frenemies. Abangane abakuthandayo nxa in distress. Abangane abazathi nxa bekubona usilwa ku Facebook laphana babuye begijima bezokuthi ungavumi ukujayela kubo, ungavumi vele umtshele, and they keep commenting and riling you up and making you go on and on and on. But bayakhohlwa ukuthi wena endlini uhlala nendoda udla abantwana okumele bagcine. Nxa usikhathi live le kumele uyephekela abantwana, would you emotional state yabo kiyo?
Exactly. Ngikwezwe iBP ngiqalisa unatha amaphilisi eBP ngomuntu engamaziyo eFacebook. Mina vele lokho ngiyala sibi. But like I said, we can never put people in a box. You know, people should live how they want, but just remember that whichever route you choose, there are consequences to every route that you might take.
Yes, there is. But, and the internet never forgets. It shall come.
Asicabangeni abantwana especially nxa sesenza ezokunqunula, please asicabangeni abantwana, because one day uzathola umuntu ozakufonelela lapho kumele kufonelwe khona. Uyazi abantu laba abadila ngabantwana bese samba sithi zimbo are haters, they are out there to destroy families, but no, they are not out there to destroy families. They want to protect that child because they are seeing what probably you are unfit in that state. So kumele nje siqaphele indaba yokuqaphela. Then laba abakhuluma ukuthi sikhuluma isiNdebele, hayi kumele lani phela lifunde kanti lakhulela ngaphi? Sonke sakhulile eZimbabwe. Okukhulunywa isiNdebele lesishona nani fundani ukukhuluma isiNdebele.
Everyone is different. Some are good at self-control and some don't even know if a word like that exists or not. Which is very true. And Mina, I think if you don't know if the word self-control is there, you should have friends who do. We all have maybe friends and what have you, but you have that one person who, when they say no, you actually stop and listen. If you don't have that person, you have to have that person. Ongasoze akuqambela manje ebantwini, ongasoze akuvumela ukuthayela ingungu, akudidisa ingungu izinto ezingelangqondo, aza ukuthi no, lokhu Bren, hayi, never, yekela ukuzanga, yekela. Akutshela iqiniso, even though thina abanye sabesithi Bren and awuyenzi, continue awuyenzi, mtshele.
And awithe uzamuntu.
Awithe sando zakho ithi, hey, thatha Bren, la uyamuke.
La uzidambire isando. But anyway, you know what? We are all Zimbabweans, and what makes us Zimbabweans really is ubuntu. So pamberine free spirit. Whatever you choose, you know, learn to live with the consequences. Anyway, it's bye for now.
All right, thanks, Brenny. Thank you very much.
All right, Nyabo.
Okay. Yeah, like you had. I saw a comment here, somebody saying, yeah, lina lonke elilapha lingasabuyi koManda's live. No, you're getting it twisted. You are getting it twisted. We are not saying what happens at Manda's live is wrong. Usama Vunda is asking, before I continue talking, Masi, can you put, there you go. Before we even get things very, very much twisted, yeah, we're not even talking about the nakedness or whether it's right or wrong for people to get naked. We're talking about the free-spiritedness that has made people get to a point where they are doing this life, right? That's fine. That's their choice. That's their life decisions, whatever. What we worry about is that these free-spirited people, when these things come out, you know, the two phones are always there. There's somebody recording somewhere. When these things start going around and spreading virally, these same true-spirited people then come out here, frothing at the mouth, fighting, screaming, having breakdowns, and you wonder to yourself, well, what did you expect? What did you expect? We love drama. And when you come fighting, we want to even edge you some more. Go and remove more clothes. But is that building you? Hi, Sis Masi.
Yebo, Sisa.
Yebo.
Good show, good show, good show. I know. You know, these issues are multifaceted. There can never be a right or wrong. I think we are all trying to advise each other. I think if we come at this at a point of judgment, it's always going to create problems. But I think if we come at this in terms of giving each other advice to be safe online, it will cancel out some of the judgments that, you know, we don't want to be a people that control how other people live their lives. We know we come from a society that had so many restrictions. There were so many things that we couldn't do. And it's good that people now have found their own voices. They found their own ways of expressing themselves. The only trouble is when we step over the line and it becomes unlawful, when it becomes detrimental to your own progress as a person. And then from a point of view of us as the viewers who encourage, and we are there often pushing other people to do more than what we are prepared to do, to risk our own reputations or our own careers or our own standing in society, that's when it becomes problematic. Mina personally, I'm a person who uses social media. I enjoy watching different things. Diversity in what we feed ourselves is important. But it gets upsetting when you watch Zimbabweans who for a long time in the diaspora, we've worked so hard to get to where we are, professionally, educationally, in terms of us being families, and to have a reputation as a people across the world. You know, Zimbabwe as a country might have had lots of problems, but we've been respected. We've been revered by so many people around the world who look at us and envy the progress that we have made home and abroad. But
as a people, people,
we have done amazing things despite the problems that we have had institutionally, government or whatever. So I think what is upsetting maybe for most people is to say, Wuti, everything we have built can be destroyed by our behavior on social media. I was talking to a guy yesterday. We were discussing the same topic. And it's so funny that he said he's a recruiter. And as a recruiter, they do look at your social media presence. They look at things like that. And Tina, as a people, we've done so much to prepare ourselves to enter into the corporate world. We've prepared ourselves to participate in the economies of the world that we live in. But without realizing, we are actually destroying the one gateway that can be the difference between us entering or being dismissed. Can you imagine, after you have worked so hard to educate yourself, get yourself experience, you've attended that interview, you have impressed your employer, right? And then after you have gone, they now do other checks. Your CRB or DBS, whatever they call them, they are pretty okay. And then they just type your name. Just type your name on Google. And then 1,000 videos of you without your clothes come.
But
you know, that's the risk that you have faced. Just one aspect of you wanting to be a free spirit can now prevent you from self-actualizing. Is that worth it? That is the issue that we're about. Is it worth it? Or abanye abantu bathi, okay, I might not look for employment. I don't care what employers think about me. Okay, start your own business. And then you get that one client.
You have made that deal for £1 million, and the person is interested. People have ethics in business, who they actually partner with in business, and they want to know that, is this partner of ours reputable? They type your name on social media, and they then decide, sorry, we cannot have our brand affiliated with this. Is it worth it? Sisuke lapho, 60% of the Zimbabwean population in the diaspora occupies the health and social care field. This is a field that is littered with regulations, ethics of practice, codes of conduct. And all of those ethics of conduct and ethics of practice clearly say that your conduct in and out of work should not cause ill or disrepute to the profession, If you are a teacher, you cannot have videos online of you ungunula. It brings disrepute to the reputation of your profession. Our children cannot be taught by you if in one aspect you are jigizaring on social media. You cannot be a nurse or a social worker when social media is littered with your presence, insulting, being kulabantu who use discriminatory words. We live in societies right now where you find there are people who find free spirit, who start insulting people based on homophobic tendencies. The societies that you live in do not allow you to do that. No. Should keep within the confines of your own heart, your own home, and in the communities that will not judge you. But as long as you live in this community, in the Western world, and there are rules and regulations around what you can say, the opinions that you can share. But Zimbabwean, we think we live in a separate world, that our own rules apply. And then you find sometimes we are there on social media and we see something going wrong. We want to give warning. We are the ones who end up being attacked when you are trying to say to people, hold on a minute, this could be problematic. They stop the live that they are doing, they pick your comment from the section,
and they go off at you.
Why is it that even a person who is not even insulting you, who is trying to just say, hold on a minute, this could be problematic, you don't listen, and then you blame us, the viewers, footy, when we are trying to say, now we've gone too far. Talking about what Bren highlighted, she highlighted, Wuti, yes, you can keep telling us that this is an 18 show, this is an 18 closed group. If the members of your groups are coming to an over 18 group with children in the same room that they are stripping and dancing in, you expect us to keep saying, let's ignore because it's a closed group. We can't do that. You don't take your children to a strip club. When we watch Babe Station or porn videos, we do not hear children in the background. We do not see their faces. We do not see that there's a reason for that. These platforms that are over 18, we don't know who we are. I could be a pedophile. You could be a rapist. We don't know. We didn't vet these people who are watching. Then when you drag your child onto the social media platform, then you stop dancing, come on the live and say, baby, say hello to the viewers. You are asking,
oh my God, oh my God.
Hello to people who you don't know, who is a pedophile, who is a rapist, who has got, there are people who are on the sex offenders register, who should not be 100 meters away from a child. But you have dragged your child to come and say hello. Most of you, it only takes us to come off that live, go on your profile. We know where you live. Your children are wearing school uniforms with their names.
We know their names now. Because you say, come and say hello.
Come and say hello to people who you don't know. No one has vetted. So to the admins of these groups, in the background, can you tell the participants of your groups, an over 18 group is an over 18 group. Do not have your children in the background. We don't want to see them. We don't want nothing to do with your children, because I will tell you the truth. Most people won't tell you the truth here because they are afraid you will insult them. I am
Or
one
they will get blocked. Awufuni ukublock abantu.
They don't want to be blocked. I don't mind being blocked. If I am on a live show, professionally, I have to, the responsibility is, I have to report such things. If your child is participating on these programs, I will report you. The video will be there. It will be used as evidence. So don't say it is me who got your child taken away. The video of you with your child there will incriminate you. If you don't want that to happen, do not bring your children. You do with free spirit wako, not your children. And those people who lie to you and say, be a free spirit, these are haters, they don't like you. They are only wanting to watch drama. When a live is done of you being arrested by social services and your children,
they will still watch.
They will still watch. There will still be 1,000 people watching you and your children being taken away. So don't be furirwat by people. Some of you, when you're on your live, you are furirwat. Some of you, when you're on your live videos and you've gone overboard, you are revealing more than what you should. We hear your friends ringing you in the background to stop doing what you are doing. But you would rather listen to fans on Facebook who do not have your best interest at heart. Sometimes stop listening to fans and listen to your own friends and family who actually have your best interests. Inini, if you're on a live and I want to know Nyaya, I will keep telling you, ignore your friends who are ringing you. Ignore your friends. I only want to hear the story. I will also hear the story when you are being beaten, when you are being battered by that person who is furira, who is shouting at you on the live. I will still watch you. So, listen to your own family, your mothers, your fathers. If your family is telling you it's enough. And another thing, if Zuckerberg himself is blocking a live, he is telling you you are going overboard. Zuckerberg stops you. He is telling you that you are doing something wrong. Don't get angry that people are reporting you. You are actually doing something wrong that Facebook has judged.
And funny enough, these days you don't even need to be reported to be blocked. Somehow, apparently, Facebook now has facial recognition. It's got all these other things happening. You say one or two words that are deemed like this, like that, your video is gone. Nobody reports nobody anymore. They don't need social police. They can do it themselves.
Some of these people report themselves, Sisa. Someone will be on a live saying discriminatory words, racist things, tribalist things, sexually explicit things. And in the same light, they'll tell you, I am a nurse, I don't care. You've just told me that you are a nurse and you are doing all these things. And then you cry that Zimbos, Vaneutinho, whatever you call it. No, you have just reported yourself for us to report you because you are not, if I go on the NHS, I don't want you with your discriminatory behavior looking after me. I don't want you with your tribalist ways. Because you understand, Sisa, there are some things that we need to start telling each other the truth. Let's not lie to each other. Let's not lie to each other. Yes, people think tribalism only works in Zimbabwe. It doesn't. If you are tribalist and you live in England, I can furnish the board that regulates your profession and tell them that you are discriminatory and therefore you cannot work with this group in England because the Zimbabwean demographic makes up a large population of Zimbabweans here and we are protected by the rules and regulations of Zimbabwe. For those who don't believe me, go and check. Even refugees have got rights. It's called full and equal citizen. If you become discriminatory to them, and I think your opinions are becoming problematic, I can report you. You don't think just because tribalism is a Zimbabwean thing, it doesn't apply here. It does. Discrimination is discrimination. It doesn't matter on what grounds you are using it. Yes, we will be Facebook police when you cross over the line. But if you are just removing your clothes in an 18 group, yes, I can exit.
Otherwise.
This is the mistake people make. They think that if removing your clothes, Sisa, remove your clothes all you want, but don't put children at risk. Do not start exhibiting discriminatory, aggressive manner. No, when we go to strip clubs, they don't spend 50 hours insulting the patrons of the strip club. When you start doing things that don't matter here, and then you cry when we report you, let's tell each other the truth. The problem with Zimbabweans is we like to see each other fall. Why do we do that? Let's not encourage each other to fall. Let's build each other. Let's give each other good advice. Advice that you would want to receive from another person. But I think we have an attitude of saying, as long as I'm not destroying myself, I don't mind if Rutendo destroys herself. I don't mind if Mandla destroys himself. No, let's be responsible for each other. I want to see you, Sisa, progress in life. I don't want you to do anything that will jeopardize your own reputation, your own career. Why shouldn't I tell you the truth on social media? Because I'm afraid that you will insult me and I won't get likes. Let's not follow likes. Let's build ourselves to be better people. That's it. But if you want to remove clothes, don't drag your children to it. If you do, we will report you. That's it.
So you do, we will report you.
We will report you. Let me get off, let others come in.
All right. Thanks, Mercy. Please let's give our sister some love, please. The topic, for those who just come in, we won't be here very long. Okay, we've got about half an hour. The topic, we're talking about this new phenomenon, free spirits, lawa, social media, and how how we as a society are feeding into this whole thing. Okay, let me stop reading the comments for a minute. You know, we're feeding into this phenomenon, and are you correct, Mina? As far as I can judge, as far as I can tell, I don't worry much about the people who go and strip abangunulayo, the kids are sitting with free spirit. What worries me, like Umasi says, is when kids are dragged into it. When you can hear kids in the background, you then think, well, they are kids while you're doing this. Please, don't have these kids on this. And then my biggest worry, is the fighting. When people fight on social media, these free spirits, when they fight, you know, it's no holds barred. There's no word that is untouchable at that point. You will hear every part of the body, inside and outside, internal and external parts of the body will be named with their correct names in vernacular. Sikhuluma phakathi komphakathi inhlamba ezingaka so ezizigaqa so ezokuthi angeke usiginye sidlule lapha inhlamba yakhona. And when people do that, you find ukuthi thina esibukeleyo nje, we are the one who keep on and on, edging them on, putting comments, so you see people going on and on and on. And yes, we have on a scale of 1 to 100. Ezonda more. And we as people see ayithanda idrama yona leyo eyabantu ukuthi babe belokhe behlaba umkhosi bekhala umuntu engabe ethi ahlaba umkhosi. I'm sorry, because I hardly ever see these lives ngesindebele, and I would, well, ngilesifiso sokuthi ngikubone ukuthi ukuthi nxa kukhuluma ngesindebele kunjani. We see people crying, and sometimes you watch and think umuntu lo kalabangane sure abangamduduza abangamthulisa outside of social media. Ngoba what we will do thina ukuthi sizakhala lawe khona lapho sithi hey bakutheni, and then we go on the site, sithatha ama screenshots, we take those videos, we shoot them with other phones, 2 phones, then we go and put them in other groups. Ema groupini ngale ngapha besikhala lawe sikuzwela ema groupini ngale sesilokhuza sesihamba sesiyakukhuluma kubi hey limzwile ukuthi kuthiwa besithini limzwile ukuthi geke sesihleka futhi, and then you have to come right back and start again. Hey banondiseka abangithi nginje abangithi. Is that building somebody? Do you know what I think as Zimbabweans, what is missing, what we haven't seen and what we are yet to see is somebody actually killing themselves? Like ama fights now, they're getting out of control, they're getting even worse and worse, and the aggression behind these fights is so very worrying. It is so very worrying. I watched a fight, I think it was maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, of these ladies who were fighting in ngicela utshela ukuthi babethethisana hayikhona kancane, you know. Omunye khona pho semsebenzini utelefoni, hey, and then when I finish I will do this, I will get on the bus, ngizakwenza so, and you are thinking to yourself, wait a minute, you are at work. When we cut off, when the fight ends, when the life ends, and then you have to go back to your work, are you going to be able to calm yourself down? Really? Because there is no way you can be that much of a split personality, you know. And then you get people saying, hey, they are fighting in the house, on Facebook. The next minute, the child is coming a cocotte, and then you say, I'm coming, baby. Surely, how do you move from that 100 to a 0? You know, if you work in mental health, you know what there are these things that you know, the psychosis that can just take over, and you cannot draw yourself back from those points. If there is no one to cheura you, I think if there is no one, look, calm yourself down, think, relax, you know. People just go overboard. Umuntu uyahamba overboard. Limkhangele 8 hours live ukhuluma inhlamba. What is that? Inhlamba zabadala dala. As a sintu in vernacular, inhlamba zihlanganiswa lesikhiwa, we get told of body parts that some of us did not even know had amabizo esindebele, you know, or awesishona. But you hear these things and you say you are a mother, you are a sister, you are a wife. Uyikuthi lo uyazi uzelwe zibambi uzibambi sure zikhuze lawe wena wedwa ukuthi, do you know what, if it's not worth it, just walk away. It's Facebook. Just press log off. You will find yourself calmer down. Anyone who wants to come on and add on to the topic, please just add. Just say add, and I will add you, and we come and talk. I'm worrying about this free spiritedness that is not even building us. That is not. All we are doing nje yikuphonga ufurirana yikuphonga utshelelana eceleni sitshelana izinto ezingekho siyasebenza. We have colleagues, we've got friends. Hi Brooke, you don't have a video, you don't have a camera on your oh, there you are. Oh, there you are. You know, siyasebenza silabantu esihambe emachechi siyathintini, but you still, you know.
And I just want to say a quick word.
Yes.
There is a woman called Mangu is mentioning names of people. She shouldn't mention Cookie does this and that. Don't mention people's names here. Go back to inbox. If you've got an advice for them, go to inbox and advise them there, not here. Because it's becoming like as if you are bashing certain people, kuma messages. It's not cool. And I'm not for that. And that Mangu woman should stop mentioning Cookie this. Go to Cookie's inbox and advise her there. If she wants to take your advice or not, it's up to her. Don't bash people there.
Okay, yeah. Let's not mention names. You know, this can cause another. You know, Thank you, Brooke, for highlighting that. Please, let's not mention names. I think Kutalawe, you are mentioning Umangu yourself. But anyway, I know what we earlier on we were talking about the fact that sometimes abantu bayalwa, abantu bayathethisana, abantu bayakhuluma inhlamba, abantu bayenzani. And I liked the fact ukuthi someone Tatelicious. Yes, Tatelicious was here and we were talking about this, and she said, do you know what? At some point, you come to a point where you think, which part do I like? Ngifuna uTatelicious ongunu kumbe ngifuna uTatelicious ofundayo, and you choose and you stay in that lane. But the problem is when you start abusing abantwana who have no choice but to follow on or to come on to these lives and say, hello uncle, hello mama, hello. We don't want to know. We don't want to see your children on these lives. You are endangering them. Ngeyinye indlela engayenziyo. Where is Maya? I can see my. Sorry, I'm a comment. I'm looking at them from different devices. I'm not recording anybody, but the device that I'm using, my comments are coming slow, and the other one where I'm watching, the comments are coming okay. I'm adding you, Maya. But what my worry is, especially when it comes to the fight, we feed, and I would really love to see a time where people are even abantu nxa besilwa uhambe la kube ngulwana ofike sithi no man guys, do you know, let's all walk away from this, let's not watch this. They will go off. As long as there is no audience in these fights, who would you be fighting for? Asikho phela ukuthi siliqakezele izandla, asikho lithu liyalwa ku Facebook. Somebody would have to log off at some point, you know. Somebody would have to log out at some point. We feed into these things. Maya, I'm trying to aid you. We feed into these things. We are the ones making these situations even worse. I remember there was a time, was it last year or the year before, when we were all, I will make this an example because I watched that time and I thought to myself, here we're getting into a very, very thin line. There was a time when Olinda was constantly on Facebook crying, yeah, about her personal things that were happening here. She would come on here and then she would say this, that, and the other. Akale atinitini. They watintini, sitele. And then there were those who would say, somebody call her. And people would say, those people are not friendly. Those people do not even, see you progress, do not even want to see you becoming a better person. Yabo, you know, already as we are talking, there is now a fight can take up here. Before you know it, somebody is live somewhere. Why do we have to be like that? Do you know what? The thing that we don't realize is most of these people who go on these lives, I'm sorry to Olinda. I know she watched this. I'm just making an example of a situation which we all know. I did mention Umandla earlier, of a situation that could easily just go out of hand if people don't intervene in a positive manner, you know. If people do not intervene in a positive manner, it's not what we are saying what you did right or you did wrong, but sometimes things happen for a reason. You know, you get people who come on and say, somebody, and Tina, drama, we come on there and you start having a war at that person, ozama ukunceda situation, ozama ukuyakha umuntu okhalayo or abantu abalwayo. We are the people who go on there and start saying, yeah, wena, megele, sifuna ukuzwa, we want to hear, Timbomsiya, mfonele ngesikhathi sakho, wenza so. Do you know? It's not building. It is not building. This Facebook can build you. This Facebook can break you in ways that you cannot even imagine. It can break you in ways that you cannot even imagine. We are not naming names in a way that we want to shame them. I am naming names as I make examples of them. And I am talking about real situations that have izinto eseziyenza zazivukela sonke eziku-social media. When I say Olinda was crying, I remember specifically a day when she was walking around her flat, ekhala ethwele amaphilisi angithi, and people were saying, please uNomathemba usegedini, please vulelani uNomathemba igedi abuye azokhuluma laye. She listens to Nomathemba. This is the kind of thing that I'm talking about, where there is somebody who is a voice of reason within a mob psychological thing that is happening. You have people saying, yeah, continue, sitshengise, you know, but then you have somebody saying, yeah, hayi asifuni, meke Nomathemba lo angabuye. When Nomathemba went and made that life go away, why preacher? Oh, we were all saying, hey, Jajinu, we were having a good day. I just bought my bangles. Bangles for what? To watch another person breaking down. This is why I am saying these social media things, these social media fights, this free spiritedness, this is openness. If you see that it does not build you, if you see that it is breaking you, walk away. Walk away. Ungazibona wena ungasomuntu oyakha abanye abantwana. Ungazibona lapha wena ofika khona kusiba lemirijonga kumbe lapho ofika khona kusiba yihwalala. Nxa kuliwa wena ufika ufaka ama comments ukuthi wena uyajotshozela umile ringini lapha ngothwele itawulo lesigubhu samanzi ukuthi come here ngiwipe iface ngunathi samanzi buyela round 2. You have a problem. You have a problem. We are watching people having psychological, psychotic breaks on these lives. And akula muntu obakuta okhuluma la besithi hayi yekelani hayi no. And believe you me, kukalutshwana ukuthi umthole that voice of reason, because we've come to a point where we are afraid ukuthi sikhuze ngoba ungavela ukhuze 5 minutes later kabe sokwenze i-video ngawe wena makhuza uzenza bani uzenza ubani yena wazini kafuna isibona idrama nxa umthanda umuntu wakho indaba ungahambanga wamtshela eceleni indaba ungamfoneli nxa unenumber zakhe indaba ungathinthi. But I didn't know they were going to come live and start fighting. Ngazama to the best of my ability ukuthi ngifone ngizame lami ukuthi mngani wami calm down lunga, but wena audience mabukela ubhizi lapha uthi mina ngimuvi ngoba ngizama ukulungisa. You know, that is what we do. Siyathwala amanzi lamathawulo siye ringini ku-boxing ring lapha siyigomolezele. Abathatha ama-pictures ama-screenshot bethatha ama-screenshot, abathatha ama-video bathatha ama-video. But what we are doing is not building that human being that is breaking down. We are not building that person at all. Maya, it's keep saying it's connecting. I don't know, my dear, if it's your device or if it's me. If it doesn't connect in the next minute, I'll try and take you off and add somebody else, and then I'll try and bring you back on. Because at the end of the day, eqinisweni, these things that we encourage. You know, I saw a screenshot. And this screenshot had somebody's name on it, and it would say it had their comment on there. And I thought to myself, do you know you can get yourself done for something engelani lawe ubudlula? Why not? Hello, my brother.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. I won't mention any groups or lounges or anything like that. But I'll address the issue of morality. As people. I've heard some previous speakers and callers speak about we grew up in a restricted society, but that restricted society gave us the morality that we have. We are not easily prostituted. We are not people who just run around and kill each other. If we did not have these rules when we were growing up, we could have been people who would have been chopping each other's heads off on the streets. Yeah, I understand about domestic violence. That's something bigger. So we are familiar with the rest of the world when it comes to domestic violence. But when it comes to keeping our clothes on as Zimbabweans, yes, we were colonized and we used to wear the skins, the nembes and all these kind of things. I get that. But even if I take it biblically, Adam and Eve, when they realized that they had bitten that fruit, They realized they were naked, and the first thing they did was they rushed to cover up. Let's think about that. The first thing they did was to rush to cover up themselves. Suddenly, it's 2017, 18, we've got Facebook Lives. People can go there because they have nothing else to do, or they are just stressed, or loneliness is a real thing in the world. And the first thing people do is they come on live and they start stripping naked. There's a thing called the archives. 100 years from now, when me and you are dead, our great-great-grandkids will be typing in search, and they'll type in your name, and then they'll see a Facebook Live picture with your name or a video that shows you Uchiroa Kongonya, Kwasa Kwasa, getting down. A bunch of nakedness in front of people who are saying, come on, take it off. Let's see some more. Oh my goodness, shake that ass, etc., etc. 100 years from now. So we are not judging the people who come on live and entertain those who are watching. We're not judging you. Sometimes you just need to be told. And a lot of people are afraid of saying that in the name of judging. Would you have your own kids do the same thing that you are doing on those live videos at 2 a.m. in the morning? Would you say, I hope one day that my daughter follows into the same line as me 10 years from now when she's 22 years old and she's fresh and she's a big bodied
and she's free-spirited,
big ass, big tits, big everything, and then all of a sudden she just decides, let me just shake this for these total strangers because my mama used to do the same thing? Would you be proud of your son saying, let me see that ass, turn around, oh my goodness, this is nice, I like this? Our flesh is always going to want to see nakedness. We will want to see DG walking on the streets with all this fashion and stuff. We're like, wow, that's a nice figure that woman has. She's got a big ass. We will do that forever. But now suddenly this stuff is just coming blam in your face. And when you see it, you forget. You have to ask yourself, do I want my kids to do the same thing I'm doing 10 years from now when they are of age? That's it. And if you feel
that's
that
the only question.
Yeah.
That's the
Do
only
you
question
want your
you need
kids
to ask yourself?
Yeah. Do you want your kids to fall in that same path? And if you feel judged, it's because deep down inside, God has placed a moral compass. If you go over it into the red zone, you will have no peace of mind. And it says there's no rest for the wicked, God. Some people are up at 3 a.m. in the morning, whilst others are busy praying at 3 a.m. in the morning. Some people are busy dancing and taking their clothes off at 3 a.m. in the morning. So what is it that you were born to do in life, and what is it that you're going to do with your life to leave a mark to say, I'm a 30-year-old man, I'm a 40-year-old man, I don't do nonsense, this is what I've done for society, this is what I've done to say, I'm proudly Zimbabwean. What have you proudly been Zimbabwean about? This is what you need to ask yourself. Just because Facebook says you can now have FaceTime with this one, we have 321 viewers, sometimes 600, sometimes 1,000 people. So just because it says it's free to do, doesn't mean it's free for you to take off your clothes. You still have to go to church. You still have to go to work. You still have to see somebody doing exactly what you're doing, and you're saying, oh my goodness, can you see what she's doing? That's really bad. But now you're a hypocrite. On top of you being one who does bad stuff, now you're criticizing yourself. Because you see somebody walking with a miniskirt and you're like, how can she come out in public walking around with such a short dress? Geez, forget public. We're coming into your bedroom. We can see your kids. We can see your ass. We can almost see what's up there. And you're complaining about somebody walking on the street with a miniskirt. We're coming into your home. I know what your TV looks like. I know what you how your ass shakes. I see all those things. You're not being judged. If you feel warned, then you've been warned. If you feel judged, then you've been judged. If you feel bad, it's because you're doing something bad. If you can be totally free spirited and have no moral compass about whatever you are doing, then your conscience has gone cold. I'm sorry to say, your conscience is dead. You have a dead conscience. You are fully not aware of what you are exposing yourself and us to. Amudiguzwa chokwadi. And I am one of those people who will go against the grain. I know every other person was kind of agreeing with everything except the last caller or the one before. Not Yogutaura, but the one before. Don't lie to yourself. Ask yourself, do you want your kids to follow your example? Because you are born to leave a mark or to set an example. What example are you setting for us? And what about your own kids? I hope in 10 years, I see your kids doing the same thing. Then I know how good of a parent you are. And you must not complain if you see your child doing some explicit live that's 10 times worse than what you were doing. Don't complain. Don't. Because you started it. It's just the truth. There is no butter. There is no hiding. Murugu Kanganisa, you are messing up the Zimbabwean reputation. If you're saying somebody said other nations were complaining, Kujinaima Zimbabweans, what are you doing? If other nations are actually realizing that you are actually Zimbabweans and infamous for this kind of nonsense, then you must think to yourself that no longer is it just about you being free-spirited, but you are now putting Zimbabwe out there. Oh, you're Zimbabwean. Hey, so do you know this particular Facebook live? This woman does it. She does these crazy things. This group, I should send you a link. Come and see what your brothers are doing. They're doing a bunch of craziness. Now all of a sudden I'm walking around innocently as a Zimbabwean. But all of a sudden, because of your nonsense, I'm now being attached. You Zimbabweans are crazy. Look what your brothers are doing. If you are my brother and you're my sister, if a foreigner says you Zimbabweans makunyanya, okay. Then now I'm your brother and your sister by default, by country, by patriotism. And then guess what? I'm also being shamed at the same time. This is what they're doing. Let's not lie to each other. Y'all need to, either you people are depressed, you are lonely, you have childhood issues. It's not about lack of money. Just because there's no money or there are no jobs, it doesn't mean you go there and you do that nonsense. We see it there. We see it is not that we are hungry for nakedness. When we see those videos, we see them. I'm in the groups. I see them. But I also think to myself, where is the world going to trust me? I'm not going to lie to you. I'm there and I see it. But where is the world going to if this is what it has come to? You tell me. I know the Taurisa, but go ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my brother.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Right. I'm going to calm myself down because before I go, I want to say something. NgesiNdebele sifuna ukukhuluma. Kuthiwa we need this brother every Sunday. Let's give our brother love. Let's give our brother some love, please. Asithandeni ubhuti wethu ubuye lapha wathi yena wasinika 1 or 2 words of advice. Uthe, if you do not want your child to do it, do not be doing it yourself. Hi, Heather.
Hey, sorry, I'm not gonna put my video, my lights on.
That's all right.
I'm so tired. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I just wanted to make this remark on us Zimbabweans as a society. What I've noticed is Zimbabweans, we are very, very fake people. Like, we are so two-faced, it's so ridiculous. Like, every time I see these posts of ladies stripping and whatnot, the majority of the people, they actually don't condone the behavior. Like, they don't like to see this stuff, but they don't want to come out in the open and say it. Most of the times when one person or two, it could be 2 or 3 people who have a different opinion from everybody else, after a couple of minutes when they realize that everyone else is on side B and then we are only two
We
people.
all go to side B.
All go to side B, exactly. I'm this one person, like, I'm free-spirited as well, but I've never posted a photo of myself in a bikini or sent a guy or whatever. I love to sleep well at night, you know, but I speak my mind. I say, if I see something I don't like or I hear it, I say it. Like, I'm in this groups not because I'm desperate for attention or whatever, but like the caller said, here in the diaspora we have no entertainment. Like, I live in Germany. I don't know my neighbors. I have lived in this apartment for 7 years. I don't know them. So I come to Facebook so that I can see what my fellow Zimbabweans are doing and have some entertainment and whatnot, you know. But like, I can't go out of the group because I see a naked woman and I don't like it, because I'm in the group because I'm looking for the entertainment. But the problem we have as Zimbabweans is we don't tell each other the truth. There's a day I was on one group and there was this lady. I'm still gonna mention her name because I don't know her and I don't care. I think her name is Chieds or something, and she had her boobs out, like she was literally naked. Yeah. Yeah, and on top of that, she was speaking like really vulgar language. Like, she said everything that I have never said in my life. Ne? And I was the only person who was like, what? Because I was so shocked. It was the first day I saw something like that. So I'm the only person that made a comment and like, why is she saying, why is everybody okay with this? And people started bashing me. Yeah, why are you here? Why are you, you know? And then I was like, because I didn't want to start exchanging words with anybody, I just excused myself from the group, yeah? But this is, like, in my heart, I felt like this lady needed some kind of help, because it cannot be normal for someone to come out on Facebook on a group where they've got relatives, even if it's a person with no parents, they have a brother. Why would you want your brother to see your boobs? Why would you want your uncle to see you naked on Facebook? I really don't get it. But at the end of it all, I just realized the problem that we have, most of us as Zimbabweans, is we like sugarcoating things. All these people that are going like, yeah, you're free-spirited, yeah, I'm a free spirit, my pictures, they would never post a picture of themselves, even in a crop top. But they are busy saying people should put their photos on there, because they're just two-faced people. That's all I just
Very
wanted to
true. Very true, my dear. Thank you very much. Thank you, Heather. Let's give her some love, people. Let's give Heather some love. She's saying we're two-faced. And we have said this about, we said it. We are two-faced. See, lobuso obubili sinje so. One side le, iyabise lounge le. Xa sibona kuliwa sichochozela, yeah, sithela amathawulo, sithela amanzi. Kungavele kuthathwe ivideo lana and they put it in a separate group where everyone says, kambe imihlolo engake lake bosi la usugoqa izandla usithi akunjangaze ngubone kambe lingekela abantu besenze nje. These are the kind of people that we are. You know, we are not judging these free-spirited people. Oh, they can go right ahead. Everyone has their own life and they live it the way they want to live it. What we are worried about is sometimes the mental health of these people when they go on these things, especially when they go on benders, the alcohol, the fighting, the shouting, the screaming, ukukhuluma inhlamba, ukulwa okungadingakaliyo lokuthi kuvele ngaphi. You know, 1 minute you are all talking nicely, liyangenelana, liyahambelana, liyaxoxisana izinto zimna, then the next minute, boom, so kuphume ezingaka so ezihamba ngamajeki inhlamba zakhona people are bathethisa ama-relatives, they are thethisa abobabazala, abomamazala, things that are not necessary. These are people esiphinda sihambe siyofuna ukuphilisana labo in society. You come on these comments, uthola abantu bayathethisana. What happens when you meet me in person? We're not talking ghosts, but what happens when you meet me in person? What do you say to me? Do we then get into a fist fight? Mina, all I am doing, today we were talking about free spirits and all these shenanigans that are happening, this new phenomenon, yokungazikhuzi, yokungakhuzani, yokungabambani, yokungafuni ukuthi si ubonakale ngoba yindlu ewelepo when be the one outside of the norm, outside of the mob psychology yabisi eyenzakalayo. Umele eceleni uzitshela ukuthi, do you know what, I'm going to be that one person abazamblocker for telling the truth. Please my sister, yekela khonokho kwenzayo. Ngicela ukukufonela, ngicela ukuthi I don't know how much time I've got. I'll add you, Pauline, and then we'll probably close the show because Uncle and Auntie Jenny are coming on with the real talk show. Sisasenkosi, you know, and can you stick to English, please? No, we cannot stick to English. You need to learn Ndebele. Unfortunately, we cannot stick to English. We will mix English and Ndebele. Hi, Mampo.
Hi, Sisa. How are you?
I'm fine, my darling.
Good. Yebo, ngiyangena nje lami lapha ngizwa ukukhulunywa ngama-free spirit. Hayi, esikubonayo.
Kuyasabe.
Kunzima kuyasabeka abantu balezibindi phandle la. Ubona umuntu agida atshengisa imlenze, atshengise amabele, atshengisa kuyini? Kuthiwa kwenzakalayo? Ukuthi mental health problem.
No, abantu ba right. Babe kwanele makhanda. People, do you know, before you go on live on Facebook, iyathi, do you wanna go live? Do you wanna add a topic? Do you go through? Oh, it's not like we are fikungeni ithi ukuthi you are live. You go through this and uyakwazi ukuthi uyakwenzani. Uyakwazi ukuthi uyakwenzani nxa ungena. Mina nxa ngangena lapha ngithi ngizofundisa, I go through a lot of things ukuthi ngifake topic, ngifake lokho, ngifake lokhana. So nxa uzokulwa, you tell yourself and ngifuna ukuyabatshela inhlambe ezingaka so ngilesibindi esilehwa.
Kanti kodwa nxa kukhulunywa izinhlambe ezingakana labantwana bekhona khonapho kusemroom kuyini?
Vele
bazange khona ziyesabeka. Abantu bangikhona babe sebe live sokusha udwana abanye ngabakhulula izigqoko but kuyabe kulomntwana khona lapho uyazuzibuza ukuthi kanti vele kwenzakalani. Sisa,
I know. Yikho sibuzana ukuthi kathi manje kulahlekwa ngapi kwenza. Mina I am sorry, I'll keep saying ukuthi ngiyafisa ukuyibona live one ifight liyani yezinhlamba zesindebele kumbe umuntu wakithi ekhulula izigqoko kumbe senzani. I'm not being, you might tell me being tribalist or being segregatory or something, but I wish I could see one. If anyone, anyone who's watching here has seen a video, or someone doing some of these things, please.
Yeah, I saw Bupare kodwa khona kubona lo.
Because it's very yazi kuyesabisa mina kuyangitshayisa ngovalo. Sometimes I call like umntaba nena lo, you know.
Imagine. Hi Joy, hi Bren, how are you guys? How are you? Love you. Yeah, kuyabe mina like ngiyabe ngizibuza ukuthi right umuntu lo but ngeke ngiyezwa lapha likhuluma ukuthi ngubani ozafuna ukuthatha umuntu osebonakale umzimba wakhe ngumuntu wonke. But apparently abanye bachadile recently. Ukhona usisi ozitshadele recently sesabona amabele akhe, sesabonani, sesabesibona zonke izinto kwatshe ezinye inhlambe ezisabisayo man. Kodwa uzitshadele and umuntu wakhe ukhanya uyamthanda shem. Amabizana soze ngiqambe ngoba ngizacina ngiqoshwa lapha ngakubona.
No, hold on. Utariro uthi what you are getting into, you are getting it wrong. Tariro, we're talking about Zimbabweans. Khuluma ngama-Zimbabweans azithi angama-free spirits. My point is it in a certain particular area group of people or certain language speaking people, whether ngabesishoneni kumbe ngabanga? What I am asking is, ukhona oseke wayibona ivideo kumbe wambona asikhuluma ngozodwa abantu she is South African, we are talking Zimbabwe. We are talking Zimbabwe. Zodwa abantu is South African. She is Zulu or Xhosa or whatever she is. But what we are saying is, kwenziwa yini? Is it ukuthi lina alikhuzani abantu balolo hlobo kabakhuzani yini? Kababonisani bafurirana uthayi kufurirana ukwenza izinto ezinje or not? I am not saying amandebele kakuyenza. All I am asking is, kukhona yini okwesindebele? Ukhona osekubonile yini? Ukhona osekubonile? If you have seen it, no. If you have seen it, tag us. Siyobona la ukuthi kathi.
Sure. Umesiqaliso kwethu si.
We could. Manje isikhathi sethu sesitshayile mntama ngokuthi uthi gaga sivala.
Hayi akulanto eningi ade ngifuna ukuyikhuluma mina okungikhoncernsayo kakhulu ngabantu abayenzayo nalawa ama lives i-free spirit zabo kulabantwana. I don't think it's right amanga mabi. La khona lokuthethisana lokuthreatenana sowutshelwana ngokubulawana hayi ngibona ngana kurayithanga kucina uyazi especially nxa lisemazweni ngapha uyayibotshelwa into ehambele ejele into engelangqondo uhanjiswa yi-Facebook iphongo ungena iphongo uthi gaga la angilawo amaningi but hayi abantwana ema-live nabantu abadala 1 2 kuthreatenana lokuthethisana lokufuna ukutshelana ukubulalana that's out.
No threatening behavior. No. All right, thanks.
Eyethu esindebeleni sijayive lapha kuze kuqhamuka izitulo lapha sidakwe kuze kuse. Uzabona ukuthi kuyabe kumnandi njani.
All right, thank you my dear. Look, eqinisweni I get you Bren. Eqinisweni anjo. I am not being tribalist. If you are getting my sentiments as being tribalistic, maybe you are not getting what I am saying. What I am saying is I have seen a lot of these videos. I have seen a lot of these lives. And maybe abanye abangena kuma live la bangena ngama pseudonyms kumbe ngama ghost names bengamandebele. Yebo. But I am yet to see one where in samba ziyakhulunywa ngesindebele when people are insulting each other in Ndebele. This is what I'm saying. I am not being saying ukuthi ngabantu bamashona wodwa kwenzayo amakhalanga they do it. I have seen some abantu besikhalangeni bechayana besilwa besenzana, but all I'm talking about, it's not even tribal. When you start thinking it is tribal, then you are not even listening. You are actually picking words that suit what you want to think. Let me just generalize and say, look, wena ungati ubona abantu besilwa, ubona abantu bethethisana, ubona abantu besenzana, be the one person indlubu ewele ephokweni ozahamba laphana ufike uthi yekelanini khonokho, yekelanini izihlobo zenkosi kuphele. Ngoba ngumuntu onjalo ofika ngangcono bakublock ukhamba usithi ayi mina ngafika ngale ngathola kuliwa ngazama ukulamula ngaxoshwa. Feel like that. Ungabi ngumuntu ofika ethatheka, feeding into people having breakdowns, feeding into people besilwa, feeding into people besenzani. Kuthiwa it's easy. I speak both languages. It's easy to Bren, it's connecting. Angazi ukuthi why ingakungenisi. But anyway, if you manage to get in the next 5 minutes. Yes, we would love our peacemakers. Mina, that is what I'm about. Ukuthi, let's be people. Well, let's be a community. Abantu abalobuntu bokuthi nxa ubona into ehamba nzima, ungahambelani lo mphakathi, ungabi one of them, you know. Ungabi one of them people abafika laphana befuna ukuthi bona befike betshotshozela omathawulo lamanzi benabana emaringini yibe abantu esibadingayo. We are fighting those people around you, not yourself. Usithabe nalaba semaceleni makho abayuko abakuyengayo. You should have friends and family who will sewura you abaza kukhuza bekuthi no sisa man yekela ungaboba lilema bakukhuze bakuhlalise phansi uzubona ukuthi uphambanise nga. If not, Feature Leo Facebook, uqala uphume and stay away for a couple of days. It is not good for, I mean, I doubt it very much. I asked Loveness when she here, how do you then handle these things mentally? It cannot be good to have umuntu live 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, ethethisa, esilwa, esenzani. No, man. So, in closing, ngicela ukuthi ngithi maZimbabweans, bantu bakithi, let's be the peacemakers. Let's go out there and enjoy. Let's not put ourselves in jeopardy. Nezinto ezingasisizi lutho. Social media was not here. Social media might not be here tomorrow, but wena uzabe uloke ukhona. Memories do not fade. Sizahlala sikucabanga, you know, sizahlala sikukhumbula, sizabe sesibonile. One sin cannot be unseen. Ezinye izinto esesizibonile lapha ziyesabeka. I will open way for Auntie Jenny and Uncle Jed, who are waiting apparently on the terraces, waiting to come in and do the real talk show with Auntie Jenny and Uncle Jed. So ngiyabonga kakhulu kwababukeleyo namhlanje, and I hope ukuthi if anything esingabe siyithethe lapha is that when you go out there and see people fighting, see people having breakdowns, be that one person osukumayo usithi Primrose, I have literally 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm adding her. It's saying adding. Primrose, it's saying it's adding you. It's saying it's adding you. I don't know if it is. Otherwise, I'm adding Nomatemba. If she comes on, she will come on. Sorry, unfortunately I can't add any more people. I have to open way for Uncle Jed and Auntie Jenny. They are meant to be coming in to do the real talk show with Uncle Jed and Auntie Jenny. They will be kicking me out of the of Zimbo Live in a minute. So ngiyalibonga lonke elibukeleyo. Igama lami nginguSisasenkosi. Uhlelo lothi ichikela ebanda, siyakhana, siyakhulisana, siyabambisana. Lami ngiyi-free spirit in my own way. Ngiyi-free spirit in my own way. So okwanamhlanje ngizathi lisale kuhle, inkosi belani. Hay, 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 ziwe khona khona.